tutorial of OS X Yosemite, just the basics. Not going to be very advanced, just basic parts of Yosemite that if you're really new to Mac, you should know these things. And yes, I'm 12 and a half years old, but I do know these things. If you don't believe me, look it up. So this is about OS X Yosemite 10.10.5. And this is going to be done on a desktop computer called an iMac from late 2009. So let's start. What I'm filming this with is called QuickTime. It's built into Apple. You don't have to download it. So let's go over the basics. Now, when you think of Finder, you just think of this. What Finder is basically is a file browser. Like on Windows, it's File Explorer. But really, Finder's more than that. Because this is Finder. That's just the Finder window, though. All of this, technically, everything here, this, everything's Finder. Pretty much, everything's Finder. Finder is your system. Finder, like if you close Finder, you can't really do anything. And you can't close Finder because this thing's called a menu bar. Like if you opened an app, say Calendar, and you just closed it, it wouldn't actually close. So how do you close it? Well, you have to go up in the menu bar, left click Calendar, and quit Calendar. But see, in Finder, if you do that, there's no option there. You can only do that. And that won't actually quit Finder because you don't want to do that. So let's just go over the names of some things. This bar down here, this slightly frosted glass kind of textured bar, is called the dock. This bar up here is called the menu bar. This is called Notification Center. This is called the Downloads fan. This is Trash and Finder, all my files. So let's go over how to use some things. Let's go over the menu bar first. So, when we're in the menu bar, we see all of this stuff. I bet you have no idea how to use this. So the first thing you see is this. What is it? Well, it was introduced in OS X Mountain Lion. It's called Notification Center. It shows the first tab, today, shows the date, your calendar events, stocks, weather, and tomorrow, calendar, weather, stocks. Notifications and notifications you have. This will bring up notifications, settings, and system preferences. Now, so this is Spotlight Search. What this does is it searches your whole computer for all different kinds of files, programs, apps, all different things. But in the previous versions of Mac, it was up here, and it just searched files and programs. Now it searches everything. For example, let's search a setting. So, wallpaper. It'll show us this. And if we want to pick up where we left off, we can just close that. Now, let me show you a lot of things about wallpaper. Why wallpaper is so important in Yosemite more than previous versions. So with wallpaper, as you notice, the dock is slightly transparent. It shows the color. It reflects the color of your desktop. Menu bar very slightly, but yeah, it is. Launchpad. I'm going to go over that later, but you can see that is too. Finder, you can see the bar on the sides like that. Safari. Our whole home page is like that. We have a lot of things that are transparent. But look what happens when we change the wallpaper. Just the slightest act. Change it to this. Now it's green and a little bit of brown. Just like the wallpaper. This so is. Along with the Finder bar. You can see now. Along with Safari. Everything reflects whatever window or desktop is behind it. Let's change the wallpaper again. can see this is like that now. And this is too. Let's change it to that. It's like that. You can see that now. Change it to the mountain lion wallpaper. Just like that. Like that. And last one, I'm going to change it to that. See that? Yeah, so we see what's going on here. We see every time we change the wallpaper, we see a dramatic effect across the whole system. Everything that's slightly transparent changes. So, now this is accounts. You can change what account you're in. Users and groups preferences. You can add or remove users. This will open system preferences. Come on. Now we see our time and date. Wi-Fi that we're connected to, and don't worry about that. That's for what I'm recording. Help. This is Finder help or whatever app you have open. So let's say Safari. The menu bar reflects the app that's open. So Safari. You can see help, window, bookmarks, history, view, edit, file, Safari. Let's do about Safari. So we can see the menu bar reflects whatever app or desktop or Finder, whatever's open. So let's go here. Help. What's new in Yosemite? Let's see what's new in Yosemite. Oh, it's X Yosemite. Yeah. So, you can see photos, stuff like that. Now, if you're wondering why this icon, iTunes, right here is red, well, and this is like this, as this is a newer version of iTunes, I updated it to the latest version, and the old one's like this. In fact, 10.10.5 came with this version of iTunes. So, get to know your Mac. Window, Finder. Let's do about Finder. And we can see our wait cursor right there when it's being a little slow. And yeah, Finder's a Macintosh desktop experience. Like I was saying before, it's the whole desktop experience. It's a good way to put it. Go. We can go to a certain place in Finder, like computer, so it would lead us that, Macintosh HD. View, edit, file. So we can do all our basic tasks here. About Finder, which I just showed you actually. Finder preferences. And here we can show hard disk. We can see Macintosh HD right there. Or we cannot show hard disks. Connected servers or not. You can see lots of things there. Finder. And about this Mac, we can see information about our Mac. Right here. Software update, system report. This is all the information about the Mac version, software, display, storage. Now this Mac is pretty slow. It's old. System preferences. So this is the system preferences app. We can see basic system settings changes. And in general, if we use the dark menu bar in dock, everything will be dark, which is pretty cool, I think. We can change the highlight color, default web browser. And if we don't use LCD font smoothing, we'll see that our fonts aren't as nice. You can see up there, we see a major effect. It's really interesting how different it is. Time Machine will back up your stuff. Startup disk. Start it up from different things. Sound, notifications. Yeah, so we can see some pretty cool things in here. System preferences. Downloads. This is automatically as a fan. System preferences, App Store. Recent items, force quit. So if something's not responding click force quit, and end it. Sleep, restart, shut down, log out. Unfortunately, I can't show you the login or restarting because this is a screen recording app. It needs to be logged in to work. So, that was the menu bar. We learned about the menu bar. Let's learn about some of the apps on the dock. So, I taught you about Finder. You can see everything in here. Minimize. The yellow button is minimize. Green is either make full screen, and if you're wondering how to get out of that, you could either go to the dock, click Finder. Oh, no, that wouldn't work. So don't mention that. You just go like that, and then you can get out of that. And the red button closes. We have something called Launchpad. It's basically a view of applications folder, except you can't delete any applications from in here. But this is basically just a more modern view of your applications folder. You can launch apps. It is Launchpad. We can launch apps from here. Dictionary. Let's open dictionary. So basically just a dictionary there. And so that's Launchpad, and I'm going to go over these apps, but I'm going to show you dashboard. So that's this dashboard. We can just see some basic things here. And the arrow will take us out of it. Now, there's something I don't remember the command, but I know the dock doesn't look like it's in the default orientation, which I want it to be. So let's learn a terminal command. Why not, right? Reset. Because I know there is a way. I've done it before. I just don't remember the exact command. I don't usually remember commands. I'm not really a programmer. But I do like software. So here's the page that I used, and I just gotta find that terminal command. And this will just prove that that command does work. Hit terminal. Okay, this is the command. Man, this Mac, it's so slow. It is a really slow Mac. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in Finder, and we can just search the whole Mac here too. This Mac would search the whole Mac. We can open Terminal right there. So we're in Terminal. Let's get that command here. And as we can see, it's just gonna reset it. And as we can see, now it's there. But we can see numbers isn't there anymore. So let's remember where that was. It was right after pages. And if something like that happens, what I would recommend is I would just go in here, find numbers again. Because I know numbers is in here. I mean, I think it is. Why wouldn't it be? It's really strange if it's not. That's weird. Why isn't it there? Oh my god, that's weird. Alright, well, since numbers is missing, don't ask me what to do. Maybe my dad deleted it by accident. Please don't ask me why. Maybe there's an iWork folder. Sometimes there is. See if I could find it in there. Yeah, it's 09, but that's really old. And that doesn't have it in there. Well, don't ask me why it's not there, but as we can see, our App Store updates are here. Now, in the Updates tab, we can update our apps, which I'm not going to do because my dad has the Apple ID, which I don't know. It's not mine, but it's his. And it wants to restart. But I don't want to do that right now, do I? I'll just leave it like that. So yeah, that's actually a good example. If you see a red thing over it, that means there's an update pending, or you need updates. You can install them from in the App Store. So let's go over some of the apps on the dock now that it's reset. So we did Launchpad and Safari. Safari is the built-in Apple web browser. I think it's pretty good. I think it's a good website. So things here, that creates a new tab. You can close a tab just with the X that shows up if you hover. Now this Mac is really slow. I don't know what I'm going to do about it, but it's a pretty slow Mac. You can open Mail. I really like that design where it shows like that. You can see all our mail here. Contacts. We just see all the contacts we have here. That also shows that bar transparent there. So here are all the contacts that we have. Calendar. Here's our calendar. We can see January 2017, bold light, so you can tell what's the month. You can see what's the month. Joey, I'm posting this on YouTube. So sorry, my brother was just there. This is the, hold on. Jeremy, open that door! Sorry. So you can see our calendar. That goes back in the month, front in the month, day, and that's a day, week. You can click on a week, click on an event too, and that will give you details about the event and the years. You can go back in some years. So it's pretty good, that calendar. Notes. Here's our redesigned notes that came with Yosemite. Reminders. Maps. And we can allow it to use our location. I would trust Apple. They're pretty good. I think Apple's a great company. They wouldn't do anything bad with your stuff. So you can open photos. And we can see all new for OS X. Photos is built for the way you take, organize, and enjoy your photos today. Get started. iCloud photo library. Yeah, let's use it. You know, this Mac, it's really slow. Wish it didn't do this to me, but it does. And there's photos. Wait for that to close. I don't know if it's because I'm recording or it's really annoying though. Messages. And no, I don't want to sign in right now. This is our message. We can type a message right in here. To who? Write a new message. Search our messages. You could also search words that are inside the message. Buddies. And about messages. FaceTime. So we can sign in with our Apple ID here. Hold on, don't look at my face. Sorry. And Pages. So Pages is part of iWork. But it does come with OS X. So let's let Pages open. I think this is the slowest Mac I've ever seen. So here's Pages here. Continue. Create a document. Let's just create a blank document. And if you're wondering why it has that old cursor, I don't know, it just made Yosemite like that. They didn't redesign that until El Capitan. So if you went in flat cursor, you get update to El Capitan. And I think you should update. I'm just doing this because this is an old version. It's good to keep your system up to date. And I think the new one's really good. But that El Capitan isn't the newest one. It's Sierra. macOS Sierra. It's not OS X anymore. Keynote. It's another thing in iWork. Welcome to Keynote. So it's like Keynote's a presentation thing. Presentation app. iTunes. Now, I don't want to give you a tour of iTunes right now because there's a lot to learn about iTunes, so you can just take a look at iTunes, and I'm going to show you my about iTunes so you can see the version. And this is not actually the latest version. It's close, but the latest is 12.5.4. I'm going to update, but needs my dad's Apple ID. I don't know why he isn't updating this Mac. He really should. He hasn't yet. Welcome to iBooks. So this is iBooks. This is like on the phone. So let's get started. I don't want to sign in right now. Leave me alone. There are no books. You can see all books. All the books we have. Showed you App Store. Showed you system preferences, downloads, trash. This is where all your downloads would appear no matter what browser you're in. And I'm just going to go over some things about Yosemite. Yosemite uses the font as the system. The font of it is Helvetic and New. Everything's Helvetic and New. Like in Calendar, the font is Helvetic and New. Everything's Helvetic and New. Like this. February 2012. What the heck? There we go. Yep. So, like this is like a medium Helvetic and New, and this is ultralight or maybe thin. And that's thin. This is bold Helvetic and New, regular. The new one has San Francisco. I think they're both nice. And this has a more squared menu bar things. And older Mac OSs, anything older OS X's, older versions of OS X right before, anything before Yosemite was all skeuomorphic, if you know what that means. That means it's like realistic looking, so it looked old. Like before this was OS X Mavericks. I'm going to show you what that looked like. It's pretty funny to see the difference. Literally, this was right before this was Mavericks. This is what it looked like. This is what OS X looked like right before this. And looked even more skeuomorphic in Mountain Lion, which was before that. Mountain Lion first introduced Notification Center. You should see what it looked like then. Look at Notification Center. It was all leathery, strange looking. Mountain Lion looked really old. That's Notification Center and Mountain Lion. It's crazy looking. Before that was Lion. That didn't even have notification center. I mean, look at the Lion desktop. There's none. It's just search. And if you're wondering what search looked like before, let me look up OS X Mavericks. Search. If I can find a good picture of it. It's kind of like that, but that has the indexing thing under it. But I need to find it. Let me just see. Mac OS X Spotlight. Maybe I can just find it without a name, without a version. There, something like that. Looked like that. And if you search something, that's what that was under it. But without the search, it just looked like that little bar there, and that was right up there. It's really old looking. This is it now. Looks like that. It's pretty nice now. And before Lion was Snow Leopard. That's what they have at the old school computers at my place. This is what it looked like. Looks really old. That was Snow Leopard. It didn't even have messages or any of that. Even before, and there was Leopard before that, not much different, so I'm just going to show you before that. I don't remember, I think it was Tiger before that, or maybe Puma. Oh, well, I just looked up Tiger. This is what it looked like then. It's crazy, that's what it looked like, it was crazy. See, what's funny is, with the old, really old versions, like Tiger, it looked even more like the dock does now, than in Snow Leopard. That's my tour of Yosemite.